2026 Michigan DMV Tank Endorsement Test 220 questions and complete answers. Question 1. Which gas would cause concern due to a faulty exhaust system? Option A, oxygen. Option B, carbon monoxide. Option C, nitrogen. The correct answer is option B, carbon monoxide. Explanation. A leaking exhaust system can introduce carbon monoxide, which is poisonous, into the cab or sleeper berth. Question 2. Broken suspension parts. Option A are not a cause for concern. Option B are extremely dangerous. Option C cannot be identified. The correct answer is option B, are extremely dangerous. Explanation. The suspension system holds up a vehicle and its load while keeping the axles in place. Defects in this system are extremely dangerous. Question 3. Which of the following is not a type of distraction? Option A, physical. Option B, mental. Option C, obtuse. The correct answer is option C, obtuse. Explanation. Distractions that can affect safe driving can be classified as physical, such as reaching for an object, mental, such as talking with passenger, or both, such as talking on a handheld phone. Question 4. A loaded trailer with a high center of gravity. Option A gets better gas mileage than an unloaded trailer. Option B can roll over easily. Option C is usually more stable than an unloaded trailer. The correct answer is option B, can roll over easily. Explanation. A trailer with a high center of gravity is at a greater risk of rolling over than a trailer with a low center of gravity. Question 5. If there is a fire in your vehicle, you should not. Option A, park in an area away from buildings, trees, brush, and other vehicles. Option B, pull into a service station. Option C, notify emergency services of your problem and your location. The correct answer is option B, pull into a service station. Explanation. In the event of a vehicle fire, you should leave the road and stop in an open area. Do not pull into a service station, as fuels at the service station could catch fire. Report the fire and your location to emergency services. Question 6. If you realize you may be running late to your destination, you should. Option A, speed up. Option B, get upset. Option C, deal with it and drive at a safe speed. The correct answer is option C, deal with it and drive at a safe speed. Explanation. To reduce the risk of developing aggressive driving behavior, you should take measures to manage your stress. One strategy to do this is to simply take a deep breath and accept your circumstances if you realize you will be late to your destination. Question 7. Compared to talking on a cell phone while driving, texting while driving is. Option A, much safer. Option B, just as safe. Option C, more dangerous. The correct answer is option C, more dangerous. Explanation. Texting while driving is even more dangerous than speaking on a phone while driving. In addition to being mentally distracting, texting is also physically distracting. Question 8. When entering a curve, you should. Option A, shift into neutral. Option B, use the shoulder. Option C, downshift. The correct answer is option C, downshift. Explanation. You should always slow down to a safe speed and shift into a lower gear before entering a curve. Question 9. Of the following, which is the most slippery surface? Option A, ice that is dry. Option B, ice that is wet. Option C, wet pavement. The correct answer is option B, ice that is wet. Explanation. Ice becomes wet when the weather is just warm enough to melt the ice slightly. Wet ice is much more slippery than ice that is not wet. Question 10. A fatigued driver. Option A is usually extra alert. Option B is usually more conscientious than a typical driver. Option C may be slower to make critical decisions than a typical driver. The correct answer is option C, may be slower to make critical decisions than a typical driver. Explanation. Fatigued drivers are slower to see or react to hazards than drivers who are not fatigued. Drivers are impaired in their ability to make critical decisions when they are driving drowsy. Question 11. What is brake lag? Option A, the time required for the brakes to work after the brake pedal is pressed. Option B, the distance between the brake pedal and the floor. Option C, the amount of air pressure used to stop the vehicle. The correct answer is option A, the time required for the brakes to work after the brake pedal is pressed. Explanation: because air takes time to flow through the air lines to the brakes, air brakes cannot begin working instantly. There is often a brake lag of at least 1/2 of a second between the moment the brake pedal is pressed and the moment the brakes begin to work. Question 12. Which of the following is not a warning sign of fatigue? Option A, difficulty focusing. Option B, staying within your lane. Option C, rubbing your eyes. The correct answer is option B, staying within your lane. Explanation: potential warning signs of fatigue include difficulty focusing, frequent blinking, or heavy eyelids, yawning repeatedly or rubbing your eyes, daydreaming, wandering or disconnected thoughts, trouble remembering the last few miles you've driven, missing exits or traffic signs, having trouble keeping your head up, drifting from your lane, following too closely, hitting a shoulder rumble strip, or feeling restless and irritable. Question 13. When coming to a stop, the liquid in a tank may surge. This can: Option A, cause the truck to stop too quickly. Option B, cause the truck to be pushed forward. Option C, cause the truck to leak. The correct answer is option B, cause the truck to be pushed forward. Explanation: when liquid surges in a tank that is partially filled, the truck tends to be pushed in the direction of the wave. If a truck is being stopped on a slippery surface, the surge may push it forward into an intersection or another vehicle. Question 14. When inspecting the windshield before a trip, a person should do all the following except: Option A, remove and sharpen the wiper blades. Option B, check the windshield wipers for proper spring tension. Option C, check the wiper blades for damage. The correct answer is option A, remove and sharpen the wiper blades. Explanation: when inspecting your windshield, you should look for cracks or other problems that could interfere with your ability to clearly see the road. The windshield wiper arms should be checked for proper spring tension. The wiper blades should be checked for damage, stiff rubber, and improper securement. Question 15. To avoid a hazard. Option A, you should always steer to the left. Option B, you may be able to drive onto the shoulder. Option C, you should steer sharply in one direction. The correct answer is option B, you may be able to drive onto the shoulder. Explanation: in some emergencies, the best strategy for avoiding a hazard may be to drive onto the shoulder. Most shoulders are strong enough to support the weight of a large vehicle. Question 16. What does an air compressor do in an air brake system? Option A, it pumps air into the air storage tanks. Option B, it fills the tires. Option C, it moves air to the back of the truck. The correct answer is option A. It pumps air into the air storage tanks. Explanation: in an air brake system, the air compressor pumps air into the air storage tanks. The air compressor is controlled by the air compressor governor. Question 17. During a trip, landing gear should be: Option A, completely raised. Option B, completely lowered. Option C, skimming the pavement. The correct answer is option A, completely raised. Explanation: landing gear or trailer supports should always be completely raised before a vehicle is driven. Landing gear that is not entirely raised could catch on railroad tracks or other hazards on the roadway. Question 18. Regroove tires. Option A, should not be used on any vehicle. Option B, should not be used on the front of a bus. Option C, should not be used on trucks hauling gravel. The correct answer is option B, should not be used on the front of a bus. Explanation: regrooved, recapped, or retreaded tires are prohibited on the front wheels of a bus. Question 19. If a tire fails, you should: Option A, use the brakes. Option B, stay off the brakes. Option C, swerve. The correct answer is option B, stay off the brakes. Explanation: braking after a tire fails can result in a loss of control. Stay off your brakes if possible until your vehicle has slowed considerably. Question 20. Brake lining should be: Option A, loose. Option B, free of oil. Option C, soft. The correct answer is option B, free of oil. Explanation: brake linings should not be loose or soaked with oil or grease. They shouldn't be dangerously thin.